Have you noticed lately that getting out of your favorite chair takes just a little more effort than it used to? That walking up the stairs leaves you more winded than before? Or perhaps you've caught yourself in the mirror, wondering when your arms started to look different. If these thoughts have crossed your mind, you're experiencing something completely natural: age-related muscle loss. But here's the truth: many seniors aren't told. This process isn't just inevitable, it's something you can actively work against. And surprisingly, it starts with what you eat before bed. You see, while you're peacefully sleeping, your body is actually hard at work. Those precious hours of rest are when your muscles undergo their most important repairs and regeneration. But here's the catch: your body needs the right materials to perform this essential maintenance. Without them, instead of rebuilding during the night, your muscles continue their slow decline. In fact, after 60, you could be losing up to 3% of your muscle mass every year without the right nutritional support. Today on HolistiCurious, I'm sharing 4 powerful evening foods that work silently while you sleep to preserve and even rebuild muscle strength. These aren't exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. They're simple, accessible foods that deliver exactly what your aging muscles need during those critical nighttime hours. And wait until you hear about the last one. Just one spoonful before bedtime could make a remarkable difference in how steady and strong you feel when morning comes. Before we begin, if you're committed to maintaining your independence and strength as you age, please like this video, subscribe to HolistiCurious, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you noticed changes in your muscle strength? What evening routine do you follow? Your experience might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear. Now, let's start with something many of us already have in our kitchens. Something golden and packed with more muscle-preserving power than most people realize: Greek yogurt. This isn't just any dairy product. What makes Greek yogurt special, especially for seniors facing muscle loss, is its unique combination of fast and slow digesting proteins. Let me tell you about Margaret, a 78-year-old retired nurse who came to one of my wellness workshops. She mentioned how her balance had become increasingly unsteady over the past year. "I just don't feel solid anymore," she told me, the worry clear in her eyes. After discussing her daily habits, I noticed she ate very little protein, especially in the evening hours. I suggested adding just half a cup of plain Greek yogurt about an hour before bed. Nothing fancy, just simple, unsweetened Greek yogurt, perhaps with a small drizzle of honey if she wanted sweetness. 3 weeks later, Margaret approached me with a different energy altogether. "I thought you were exaggerating," she admitted with a smile, "but I actually feel more stable in the mornings. Getting out of bed doesn't feel like such a precarious affair anymore." What made the difference? Greek yogurt contains approximately 15 to 20 grams of high-quality protein per serving, significantly more than regular yogurt. And this protein is rich in leucine, an essential amino acid that directly signals your muscles to rebuild and repair. For seniors, this is especially crucial because our bodies become less efficient at using protein as we age, requiring higher amounts to achieve the same muscle-preserving effects. But the benefits don't stop there. Greek yogurt also delivers calcium, which supports not just bone health but proper muscle contraction. And it contains probiotics that support gut health, which emerging research suggests may actually influence muscle mass and function through what scientists call the gut-muscle axis. For seniors managing blood sugar concerns, Greek yogurt is a particularly wise choice. Its high protein content helps stabilize blood glucose levels throughout the night, preventing those midnight spikes and crashes that can disrupt sleep and, consequently, muscle recovery. The best way to enjoy it? Keep it simple. Half a cup about an hour before bed, perhaps with a light sprinkle of cinnamon, which has been shown to help regulate blood sugar. If you have trouble with dairy, look for lactose-free versions, which maintain all the protein benefits without causing digestive discomfort. Now, let's move to something that grows quietly in gardens and fields, yet holds remarkable power for your nighttime muscle recovery. Tart cherries. You might think of cherries as just a sweet summer treat, but tart cherries, different from their sweeter cousins, contain compounds that work almost like natural medicine for your muscles while you sleep. Specifically, they're one of the few food sources of natural melatonin, the sleep hormone that helps regulate your body's internal clock. But that's just the beginning of their benefits. Let me share Robert's story. At 71, this former high school basketball coach still tried to stay active, walking daily and doing light gardening. But he found himself increasingly sore after even modest activity. "It's like my recovery time has doubled," he explained. "What used to take a day to bounce back from now takes 2 or 3. I suggested he try drinking a small glass, about 4 ounces, of tart cherry juice about 30 minutes before bed. Initially skeptical, he agreed to give it a 2-week trial. The results surprised even him. Not only did he report falling asleep more easily, but the lingering muscle soreness that had become his constant companion began to diminish. "I still get tired after gardening," he told me, "but I don't wake up feeling like I've been run over by a truck anymore." The secret lies in tart cherry's unique combination of antioxidants called anthocyanins. These compounds actively reduce inflammation in the body, essentially calming the microscopic damage that occurs in muscles with age and activity. They act like natural anti-inflammatory agents without the side effects of medications. Research has shown that these anthocyanins specifically target the inflammatory pathways involved in muscle breakdown. By reducing this inflammation while you sleep, your body can focus on repair rather than fighting inflammation. This is especially important for seniors, as our inflammatory response tends to become more pronounced with age, potentially accelerating muscle loss. Beyond their anti-inflammatory properties, tart cherries help extend deep sleep, the phase when your body releases growth hormone, which is essential for muscle repair and regeneration. Many seniors struggle with reduced deep sleep, making this benefit particularly valuable. If the tartness is too intense for your taste, you can dilute the juice with a bit of water, or look for tart cherry concentrate that you can adjust to your preference. The important thing is consistency. The benefits build over time as these compounds accumulate in your system. For those concerned about sugar content, rest assured that a small serving of tart cherry juice contains moderate amounts of natural sugars, and the benefits for muscle preservation likely outweigh concerns for most seniors. However, if you're managing diabetes, you might opt for the concentrated form and use just a tablespoon mixed with water instead. Now, let's turn to something you might not expect: a humble seed that punches far above its weight when it comes to preserving muscle strength. I'm talking about pumpkin seeds. These unassuming green seeds contain a powerful mineral profile that works specifically to support your muscles while you sleep. Most notably, they're one of nature's richest sources of magnesium, a mineral that approximately 60% of seniors are deficient in. often without realizing it. Let me introduce you to Thomas, a 75-year-old grandfather who loved spending time with his grandchildren, but found himself increasingly hesitant to get down on the floor to play with them. "I'm afraid I won't be able to get back up," he confessed, the disappointment evident in his voice. When we reviewed his diet, it was clear he wasn't getting enough magnesium, a mineral critical for muscle function and recovery. I suggested he try eating a small handful of pumpkin seeds, about 1 tablespoon, each evening. Within a month, Thomas reported a noticeable difference in his morning mobility. "I'm not saying I'm running marathons," he chuckled, "but I did get down on the floor with my grandson last weekend, and I got back up without asking for help. That's something." What makes magnesium so essential for seniors' muscle health? It regulates muscle contraction and relaxation, supports energy production within muscle cells, and helps activate vitamin D, another nutrient crucial for muscle function. Without sufficient magnesium, muscles can become perpetually tense, leading to that feeling of stiffness many seniors experience upon waking. Beyond magnesium, pumpkin seeds deliver a remarkable package of nutrients that support overnight muscle maintenance. They contain zinc, which helps with tissue repair and immune function. They offer a plant-based source of tryptophan, which your body converts to serotonin and then to melatonin, potentially aiding in deeper sleep when those muscle repairs take place. And they provide a healthy dose of plant-based protein, about 7 grams per ounce, along with beneficial fats that slow digestion, giving your body a sustained release of amino acids throughout the night. The best part? Pumpkin seeds require zero preparation. Just keep a small jar on your counter and enjoy a tablespoon in the evening. If you prefer, you can lightly toast them to enhance their nutty flavor, but avoid adding salt, especially if you're managing blood pressure concerns. For those who find the seeds difficult to chew, pumpkin seed butter is an excellent alternative. Just a teaspoon spread on a small piece of whole grain toast can provide similar benefits without requiring much effort to consume. And now we come to the final evening food, perhaps the most powerful of all for preserving muscle strength in seniors. It's been overshadowed by flashier options, but research consistently shows its remarkable effectiveness for overnight muscle maintenance. I'm talking about cottage cheese. This humble dairy product contains something special, a slow digesting protein called casein that feeds your muscles gradually throughout the night. While other proteins are quickly broken down and used, casein forms a kind of gel in your stomach, releasing a steady stream of amino acids for up to 7 hours, covering a significant portion of your sleep cycle. Let me share Elizabeth's experience. At 82, she had always been fiercely independent, but recently noticed her grip strength declining. "I can't open jars anymore," she told me, her frustration evident. "And sometimes I don't feel steady when I'm walking to the mailbox." After learning about her evening routine, I discovered she typically had a light dinner around 5 p.m. and nothing afterward. This meant her body was going without protein for over 12 hours, time when her muscles were essentially left without building materials for repair. I suggested she try just 3 tablespoons of cottage cheese about 45 minutes before bedtime. Not a large amount, just enough to provide that slow-release protein her muscles needed during the night. 4 weeks later, Elizabeth reported something remarkable. "I'm still using my jar opener," she admitted with a laugh. "But yesterday, I carried my groceries from the car without feeling like I might drop them, and I don't have to hold the railing quite so tightly when I go down the steps anymore." The science behind cottage cheese's effectiveness is compelling. Studies show that consuming casein protein before sleep can increase muscle protein synthesis, the process of building new muscle tissue, by up to 22% compared to not eating anything. For seniors already fighting against natural muscle loss, this represents a significant advantage. Beyond its protein content, cottage cheese delivers calcium, which supports proper muscle contraction. It contains phosphorus, which works alongside calcium for optimal muscle function. And it provides vitamin B12, which many seniors become deficient in as they age, and which plays an essential role in muscle cell energy production. If you're concerned about lactose intolerance, good news. Cottage cheese is naturally lower in lactose than milk, making it tolerable for many who have mild sensitivities. And for those watching sodium, low sodium varieties are readily available. The simplest way to enjoy it is plain, but if you prefer a bit of flavor, you can add a sprinkle of cinnamon or a few fresh berries. What matters most is making this small addition a consistent part of your evening routine. So, there we have it. 4 powerful evening foods that work quietly while you sleep to preserve and rebuild your precious muscle strength. Greek yogurt with its ideal protein profile, tart cherries with their natural anti-inflammatory compounds, pumpkin seeds with their magnificent mineral matrix, and cottage cheese with its slow-releasing protein that nurtures your muscles all night long. As we've seen through Margaret, Robert, Thomas, and Elizabeth's experiences, these aren't just nutritional theories. They translate into real improvements in daily life. The ability to rise confidently from a chair, to carry groceries without fear of dropping them, to play with grandchildren, to maintain the independence that means so much. And that's what this is really about. This isn't about bodybuilding or looking a certain way. It's about maintaining the strength that allows you to live life on your own terms. It's about preserving the muscle that supports every step, every hug, every moment of independence. Tonight, as you prepare for bed, consider adding just one of these foods to your routine. You don't need to implement all 4 at once. Even one small change, consistently applied, can begin to make a difference in how you feel when morning comes. And remember, your body is remarkably responsive at any age. It's never too late to begin supporting your muscles. Never too late to provide what they need to stay strong. The strength you preserve today becomes the independence you enjoy tomorrow. If you found value in this information, please share this video with someone you care about who might benefit from these simple strategies. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these evening foods are you most likely to try first? Have you already experienced benefits from any of these foods? This is HolistiCurious, where we believe that aging well isn't about fighting time. It's about working with your body's natural wisdom to maintain vitality, independence, and joy at every stage of life. Until next time, here's to your strength, your health, and your peaceful, restorative sleep.